Nicolas Maduro Moros was born in Caracas in 1962 into a working-class family that was very involved in union activities. His early years were shaped by student politics and a strong belief in socialist ideas. He chose not to go to college and instead became a bus driver, connecting daily with regular Venezuelans and making his political skills sharper. Maduro's work organizing unions made him a well-known person among transit workers, helping him build groups and learn how to negotiate. A very important trip to Cuba in the early 1990s made his Marxist-Leninist beliefs stronger and helped him form connections with the Castro government. When he came back home, Maduro was no longer just a union leader. He was a dedicated revolutionary, ready for a bigger role in politics. The late 1990s saw Hugo Chavez become powerful, and Maduro, with his union background, became a faithful supporter. He joined Chavez's Fifth Republic movement, working to gather support, and, after Chavez was released from prison, he was brought into his closest group of advisors. He was elected to the National Assembly and later became its speaker, where Maduro pushed through big changes that reshaped Venezuela. As foreign minister, he became the international face of the Bolivarian Revolution, making alliances with Russia, China, and Iran. When Chavez's health got worse, he named Maduro as the person to take his place, pointing to his loyalty and his working-class background. After Chavez passed away in 2013, Maduro stepped in as interim president, taking on both the revolution and its growing problems. He was no longer just the student. He was now the symbol of Chavismo. Maduro's close win in the 2013 election happened as Venezuela's economy was about to fall apart. Oil prices dropping sharply and years of poor management led to very high inflation, not enough food, and a crisis for people. Millions of Venezuelans left, creating one of the world's biggest migration crises and taking away important skilled people from the country. Maduro's government blamed foreign punishments and enemies within the country, but most experts said that bad policies were the real reason. Instead of making changes, his government took more control, printing more money and giving out subsidized food to keep political support. The social structure broke down and daily life became a fight to survive. Venezuela's crisis got worse, with no end in sight. Even with all the chaos, Maduro showed he was very good at surviving, relying on the military, by giving them control over important parts of the economy and protecting them from being punished. He got rid of democratic institutions, pushed aside the National Assembly, which was led by the opposition, and created a constituent assembly loyal to him to rewrite the constitution. Disputed elections in 2018 and 2024, which many people said were fake, made his government even more isolated. As trust from within the country disappeared, Maduro leaned on foreign friends, Russia, China, Iran, and Cuba, for money and military help. These alliances helped him get around sanctions and stay in power, even as Venezuela's economy and society fell apart. The military's loyalty, along with international support, allowed Maduro to go against predictions that he would fall. He held on to power, even as the country broke down around him. The world watched, waiting for a change that never seemed to happen. On January 3, 2026, U.S. Special Forces started Operation Midnight Hammer, capturing Maduro and his wife in Caracas. The raid, made possible by information from inside, ended with Maduro being flown out of Venezuela to face charges in New York. The U.S. said the mission was about enforcing the law, not changing the government. But what happened afterward left Venezuela in shock and uncertainty. Maduro's government declared a state of emergency, while opposition leaders celebrated, and people who had left the country rejoiced. The U.S. announced plans for a temporary change in leadership, promising to rebuild Venezuela's oil industry, which caused strong disapproval from Russia, China, and much of Latin America. With Maduro gone, Venezuela's future is uncertain, its next part of the story unwritten. The capture of one man has not fixed Venezuela's deep problems, but it has changed its path forever.